Romans 12:2 simply says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So in order for your change to come, you have to change your way of thinking.
Welcome back to Be the Ram Live webinar number 12. This is me, whether you believe it or not, Rev Run and Shoot, Coach McKissick. The topic of today's webinar, Be the Ram Live number 12, is it's already in your bag. That's right, it's already in your bag. I know you may say, what are you talking about? It's already in your bag. Well, what I'm talking about here is I'm coming from John, where Jesus fed 5,000 people from, something that came from a little boy. He had some food. We'll just say food. He had enough for himself. He didn't have enough to feed 5,000 people. So just let that sink in. Jesus fed 5,000 people with something from a little boy. A little bit of food. So let's pray as we open up. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Make it happen. Amen. So, let me break this down and make it real plain and clear for you in this webinar. What I want you to understand is that it's already in your bag. Whatever it is that you need, God has already put it in your bag. If you think about this story of Jesus feeding all these people with food from a little boy, he's out, he's preaching, and people are following him. So the people are following him around, and he's giving a word, he's giving a message. I assume he's giving a sermon of inspiration. He's saying something that has all these people following him, so he's doing something right. And once he's speaking, and he talks to Simon. Make sure he's talking to Simon. He says, "Hey, these people are hungry. We got to get them some food. We got to give them something to eat." No. He said to Philip. I'm wrong. He said to Philip, "We got to give them something to eat." Philip said, "Hey, we would have to work all month to buy enough bread for each person here to have a little piece." Another follower, Andrew, the brother of Simon, the brother of Simon, Peter, said, "Hey, here's a boy with 5 loaves of barley bread and 2 little fish. But that is not enough for so many people." Jesus said, "Tell everyone to sit down." This was a place with a lot of grass, and about 5,000 men sat down there. Jesus took the loaves of bread and gave thanks for them. Then he gave them to the people who were waiting to eat. He did the same with the fish. He gave them as much as they wanted, and there were leftovers. So let me just let that sink in. Let it sink deep. Let it sink in. He got all these people, over 5,000, because he didn't mention the women and the children. So there was over 5,000 people here, and they were hungry. And they were following Jesus, and they were listening to him, and they needed to eat. First thing you want to ask is, why didn't they bring food? Things to make you say, Well, they didn't, and that's not what's important here. What's important is that they didn't bring it. They were hungry, and Jesus wanted to feed them. So that should make you feel some type of way already, that even if you don't have it, Jesus is going to want to feed you. If you are hungry for God and you're hungry for the word, he's going to feed you, because he can sense that hunger. They didn't say, "Hey, I'm hungry." He said, I want to feed them before they get hungry, because I'm sure he can sense that hunger. They're gonna get agitated. We got all these people out here, and we ain't got no food for them. We got to get some chicken or something. Now, I'm sure he didn't say chicken, but it's just the McKissick translation of what was going on over there. So he got all these people. He got his disciples, and they're like, "Hey, get these folks some food." And what did the disciples do? First thing they did is said, "Hey, we don't have enough money to feed all these people." And I'm sure they were talking behind his back like, "Man, you see what Jesus talking about? Feed all these folks, man. He tripping today. I'm not finna spend all my money on all these folks. He want to have them listen to him. He need to be the one that's going to, come out of his pockets and get him this food. Because, I ain't getting but so much money to be following him. He done made me quit my good job. And now he got me out here. He want me to spend my money on them." So he says, "Well, we have to work this long just to get them a little piece, and they still gonna be hungry." So basically saying that that there's nothing that we can do for them. But hey, he didn't want them to spend their money. And then comes the little boy, and this little boy he's out here. Clearly, he's out here. So that lets me know that there are kids and women and children out here. There's a little boy, and he has food. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to place yourself in the role of this little boy. Some things that we can learn from this little boy. Remember, the topic of the thing is it's already in your bag. It is already in your bag. And the problem is that we already have what we need in our bag, but we downplay it. We say that what we have is not important because it's not big. It's not, it's not something great. It's not just this extreme talent that people are looking at and they're like, "Oh man, that is great. He can do this. She can do that." I mean, I've never seen it be done that way. So we have this boy, and the boy shows up. Unlike all these grown-ups, he got his food, and the type of bread that he didn't have wheat, he had barley, and being that he had barley, it lets you know that he was not well off. The poor people ate barley. The people who had a little some, they had wheat. He didn't have wheat, he had barley. So this lets you know that, as I said, he was unfortunate, but he still came. He still showed up. That's a word for you. Just because you don't have it doesn't mean you don't show up. You take what you have and you come to the party anyway. Talked about that in webinar number 11. But all right, so we're sitting here, and the little boy, he comes and he's prepared. He knows that Jesus is coming. He's gonna get this word, and he knows Jesus is long-winded. So hey, I'm bringing my food. I got my bag. I got my fish. I got my barley. I'm about to get this word, and maybe this will be the word that's gonna break me out. So, and what do you think happened? So you got Jesus' homeboys, his disciples, comes up to the boy and says, "Hey, Jesus needs what you have in your bag. I need that food." So, put yourself in this situation. You already poor. And then you show up and you get a word from Jesus, and you came, with the expectation that you were going to get something. You got your food. You didn't bring enough food for 5,000 people. You brought enough food for you. And then here comes Jesus, the representation of him, his people, saying that, "Hey, we need what you brought." What? So I came to get something, and you gonna take something from me. What do you think the boy did? Did the boy, do like most of us would say, "Well, you don't need this because this is my food, or this is my whatever. I had to work hard. I had to do this to get what I gotta get." No, he didn't. He gave it over, and God used that. No, Jesus used what he had in his bag, what he brought to the table to feed 5,000 plus, and then there was leftovers. So like I said, it's already in your bag. Sometimes you have to stop looking at what you have and downplaying it and just making it seem like, "Oh, well, I just have this little talent. It's not important." Jesus used that one little thing that the boy had. The boy didn't have a lot going for himself. All he had was this little bit of food. He used that to bless thousands of people. A lot of us have been blessed to this day by what he used from this little boy. I mean, just let that sink in. You have to really stop. You really got to stop saying, "What I have is not enough." I promise you, what God wants for you in your life, he's already put in your bag what it's going to take to get it. or to get there. But no, us as humans, what we do is we look and we say, well, I know I got to get to point C. I know I'm at point A. But all I got is, all I can do is sing. I can't dance. I can't shout. I can't preach. I can sing, though. And I said, that singing is not going to get me by. But I promise you, if it's singing, that's what it is. It's going to get you over. That's going to get you by. So you can't, you got to really stop saying that, oh, woe is me and I just don't have enough. You do have enough. You have enough to get where God wants you to go. Now, what you might not have enough for is to get where you want to go. You might not have enough to get to, you looking over there at the Joneses over the fence, over the gate saying, oh, I wish I had this and I wish I had that. Yeah, you might not have enough in your bag to get what they have. But guess what? It wasn't for you anyway. That was for them. You don't know what they went through to get what they got. You don't know any of that stuff. My face looking a little bad today. So, if you could learn anything from this webinar, is to know that it's already in your bag. You got to show up prepared. Show up prepared for what it is that you're trying to do. If you know you're going to be there for a while, bring you something to eat. Don't wait on somebody else to give you something. Don't wait on a handout. Use what you got to get where you're trying to go. That's the first thing you need to know is show up. Second thing is, be confident in what you have. Be confident in your gifts and your talents. Be confident and don't let, we ain't even going to put this on the devil. Don't let you talk yourself out of, what you do. Don't talk yourself out of your blessing. If you know you're good at something, don't go and second guess and third guess and fourth guess everything that you do. We got to stop doing that. So first of all, show up. Second of all, stop talking about yourself. Stop talking yourself out of your blessings. Third, look in your bag. Know what's in your bag. Too many of us, we don't even know what's in our bag. We got so many resources and wells that could be flowing out of our lives, but we don't look in our bag. We just sitting on the couch. We just sitting in our state of complacentness and mediocrity, and we won't look in our bag and say, hey, oh, wow, I didn't know I had this. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, wow, look at this. But when you get your back against the wall, that's usually the only time that, we dig deep down that bag and see what we have. But what I need you to do is not wait until things get hard, not wait till times get bad to dig in your bag. You need to dig in your bag before then. What if you were doing well, you were doing good, and then you start doing better because you dig deeper in your bag? Now think about this. And this would be, like I said, first thing is show up. Second of all, what? Stop talking about your gifts. Stop talking yourself out of your blessings. Third, look in your bag. That's number 3. Number 4, stop looking at everybody else's bag. That's right. It's the worst thing you could do is look in your bag and say, oh, well, I have Skittles. All my Skittles are blue. And then I want to look over there in somebody else's bag where they got red and green. I want to taste the rainbow too. Well, you don't know what comes along with that. Everything you got is great until you start comparing it with your neighbors. Your 32-inch TV was just fine because, you didn't even have a TV 2 years ago. And then you went over Johnny's house and Johnny got a 52-inch and now you mad. Now you want to upgrade. You got to get a 70-inch. You got to updo him. But then you get this bill and you get stuck with it and you got to work all the time. You can't even watch the TV. Ain't that something? Ain't that how things go? Well, so first of all, show up. Second of all, what's second of all? Anybody know? Anybody know? Nobody knows? Second of all, know what's in your bag. Third of all, don't talk yourself out of it. Fourth, no. Third one was don't talk yourself out. Second was know what's in your bag. And the fourth one, stop looking at everybody else's bag. Is that something that we can do? It's already in the bag. Everything you need is in that bag. Trust yourself. Trust God. I hope that you learned something. If you didn't learn anything, learn that you already got it. You already have enough. You already have everything you need to be successful in life. It's in your bag. Look in that bag. Take inventory. Find out what you got in there. Find out what you need. And I promise you, what you need is not going to come from outside. It's going to come from heaven above. What he's going to do is he's going to, upgrade. You're going to go from, iOS 11.1 to 11.2. It's still the same. It's just a little bit different. So he's going to upgrade you. He'll change some things around in your life and make things better. He's not going to, add from an outside source. He may have a resource like, a financial resource come into your life, but it's only going to bless what you already had. If you think about it, the little boy also gave. He wasn't afraid to give. He was a giver. A lot of us are, our hands are clenched so tight that we won't give. This little boy gave. He gave all that he had. He had his meal. He was ready. But I bet you what he said, this ain't in there, so don't go looking for it. But he probably said, hey, I've been hungry before. I've been hungry, and it wasn't 5,000 people. Hey, so if I'm going to give this food up, I don't mind giving it to Jesus. If I've been hungry, I done missed a meal before. This ain't going to be the first time I done went hungry. So why not? So you got to stop holding on to your little gift. Because see, what God did with it is he multiplied it. He took what the little boy had and he kept on multiplying. He kept on multiplying it. But in order for him to multiply it, what did he have to do first? He had to give it up. He had to use that sacrifice. He had to give up what he had. And then God started giving it out. He started sending it out and sending it out and sending it out. That's what he did. So if he would have never gave it, he would have only had what he had before. But the thing is, he gave it. He let it go. So if you ain't afraid to give your gift, give of your gift. If you know you are, let's say if you're a cook. Don't be afraid to go and work and cook for somebody. Go give somebody a free meal. Do something like that. If you're a basketball trainer, train somebody for free for once in a while. You never know what this kid or this player is going to turn out to be. If you're a teacher, teach. If you're a doctor, help somebody out for free. Give it up. Give up what you have. The little boy only gave what he had. He didn't say, okay, well, I know they got 5,000 people and I only got 5 loaves of bread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him my little five little items, and I'm giving the little bit I got, and then I'm going to go help him out and find some more people because I know some more people that got barley. That's another problem we have. We'll give it up, but then we'll tell God what to do with it. No, he gave it up, and then that thing started multiplying. So I'm not going to talk you to death. It's just the Halloween edition. That's why I'm kind of looking like this. But, the word is still the word. Don't miss the message because you're looking at the message in the wrong way. So I pray that, this thing hits you. Know it is already in your bag. Know what's in your bag. Stop looking at everybody else's bag. Don't be afraid to let go what's in your bag. To let it go to the right places. This is Coach McKissick, Rev Run to Shoot. Live long, live prosperous, and live a loving life.